Hello, Dignitas versus FaZe map.
Sorry, I just heard Yanko over producer Reese's microphone say something. That made me laugh.
I was speaking, but I didn't know what he said.
I know what he said, but I can't tell you what he said on camera.
Okay. All right, well, hopefully you can remember. You can tell me later. But it's time for Overpass between Dignitas and Fnatic. Fnatic just barely scraping by a victory against Dignitas on Dust 2, 19-16. And it was a map they probably should always have won, considering how they started things. But Dignitas, they climbed back heroically with great performances from players like RUBINO.
Yeah. Between that match and this one, we showed you the second Sounds of CSGO video. Let us know what you think. You can tweet me, you can tweet James, you can tweet ECS League, you can tweet FACEIT. You can tweet Outplay Studio, excuse me, who helped us produce that video as well. Or I don't know how else you could tell us. Comments on the videos. They are on YouTube on both FACEIT.com and the ECS League YouTube channel. Anyway, Overpass coming up now. Dignitas versus Fnatic. It was quite an enjoyable, exciting Dust 2. Saw some really nice individual plays there, especially with the Deagles from Twist and other people. So that bodes well going into Overpass. Both teams should be in a position to perform at least on an individual level. Can they perform as a team? Again, Fnatic, they've had a revolving door in terms of their roster. A map like Overpass may prove difficult to prevail on in that respect. What do you think?
Well, especially considering Dignitas are really good here. They've got some amazing set pieces. Some set pieces that other teams don't really... But I don't think anyone really runs at the moment that I can think of. I mean, I might be wrong, but the way I would say that Dignitas probably executed maybe the best of the teams that are running it as well. Would be confident to say that they're a team that have great T sides, and that execute is one I'm talking about, where you have a wall of smokes and you don't bother to take the site really. You just take your wall of smokes and you do a plant for toilets on a. And you just fall back. So you never really have to go into all these like weird engagements. You just get the site straight away. Because most CT sites actually just want to hold back and wait for the smokes, and then you never come. And then then they're like, oh god, they're in post-plant positions. Yeah. And we're sat here like bananas.
Well, Fnatic will begin on the T side, and maybe that's better for them because you would imagine they have a better time of things on the CT side. So perhaps if they start on the T side, then they know what is ahead of them. They know how hard their job will be, and maybe they will choose their level of aggression accordingly, depending on what else is required of them, how many rounds they get on the T side. 5 Kevlars for Fnatic and 5 Kevlars for Dignitas. They're expecting gratuitous violence, and it begins around the connector area. One man down both sides. cajunb trying to get back to the site. Magic Boy picking players off. In the meantime, he'll get traded as well, though.
Yeah, saw a good chance here for Dignitas to hold this. 2 players able to respond, although that's a big problem. kajunb needed to get something. Config somehow picks up a kill, though. He does get traded in the end. RUBINO with 2 HP. I don't know if he's going to do much here. He's got to get just 2 instant headshots. He can't allow them to even fire a bullet at him. He's got 2 HP. Breathe on him and he dies. KRIMZ will shoot him with the Glock, though, and that will do the job.
With the Glock.
1-0, and Fnatic start off well, and that's an important one. However, again, much like we're talking about in regards to, maybe it's their harder side, you might expect some weaknesses as to them having clean anti-eco play, being, again, a bit of a ragtag group right now.
Two players of Kevlar on the Dignitas team. Not off to the start they wanted on the CT side. kajunb is standing on some shelves. Has he been taught no manners? Has he been taught no manners? If I stood on shelves, my mother would beat the crap out of me.
She'd beat you for that. Okay. Alrighty.
Although, what reason will I have to stand on shelves? Less reason than kajunb does. He's looking for a sneaky angle, a sneaky kill, perhaps, through connector. Connector which can be very dangerous when you're on an anti-eco or anti-force buy round. A connector which Fnatic will not venture into, at least for the time being. Most of the players towards B. Olofmeister down to 1 HP. Gets a kill onto RUBINO, though, and he moves back, so that's no gun to be collected by any trade-fragging Dignitas players.
And they're finally going to be able to finish themselves off on the B-bomb site, perhaps, where there are 3 players. Or are they going to A? They are running out of time. They can't really be in decision at this point. Well, they're going to send 1 player towards B, and he's going to be isolated. He might just die. He does get the frag onto 1 player. They spot a second one. They realize what's going on. Are they going for the A play? Yes, they are. cajunb manages to catch Twist. There could be problems here, but of course, having KRIMZ in that position where he's very deep in down the at the bottom of the stairs by CT, it's going to be impossible. I think Dignitas. Whoa, never mind then. Second bullet from the Deagle. MSL does the job, and 2 AKs are being collected. Now they could try to do damage, or they could save the AKs. Either way, this is a good round for Dignitas.
Yeah.
They're going to hold on to him, and they could buy Kevlar next round.
They've got themselves some bounty, some booty, as we would say in the UK, although in the US it means something you see in R&B videos for the most part. But we are, after all, in the European region of the ECS League for now, so we will have bounty and booty. Plentiful booty, Dan. Booty for days. You a fan of booty, Dan?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one of my favorite games is all about the big booty, where it's Monkey Island was about the search for big booty. Yeah.
Did you finish? Did you complete the game, Dan? Did you get the big booty that you were after, that you sorely needed?
It eludes me.
Maybe one day the booty will be yours.
Fnatic have themselves a lot of presence on Monster at the moment, and it looks like they want to just go straight in there for a contact play. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the motto, and that's going to work out quite well. 2 quick entries. RUBINO, though, he's alive still. Got himself a UMP. Only 1, though, and that's not really going to be enough in this situation. Magis comes in. No one is looking. He got a free kill, James.
He got a free kill. That plant seemed to felt very long. I'm surprised the bomb didn't go down there. Oh, Magix has gone nuclear.
What?
He's gone nuclear.
What is going on?
Twist is in a difficult position, but maybe made easier with cajunb creeping through the smoke, but he gets the kill. That is well cheeky, son.
Was that a 2 versus 4?
I think it may have been.
Oh, man.
Magix Boy with an outstanding individual performance. Yes, 2 versus 4, and that has got to tilt. I mean, Olofmeister was dead that entire time, right? Just watching this happen. He has to be tilted off the face of the planet now. He has to be tilted off the face of the planet, Dan. The planet's flat and he's tilted off the face of it.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say about that. What do you say about that? Maybe nothing.
Sometimes bad things happen and you have to move on. You can't focus on the past. You must look forward to the future, and life doesn't get better for Olofmeister. Oh dear.
Well, he was looking forwards and he needs to be looking backwards, James.
I mean, I think they were cutting corners in that round. They had 2 players in connector. Someone could open a door, offer some support, perhaps. Maybe they thought no support was quite required, but there we go. It cost them.
Support is good, especially tech support. It's my favorite thing. 5 versus 4, and Fnatic just, there's not much left for them to do other than just push in onto the A-bomb site now. But there's 3 players there for Dignitas. It would be hard to see a world in which Fnatic win this round, but they actually got their first kill there. Magix does respond, though. Magix has been, so far, obviously with that amazing play with the FAMAS, it continues, but with the AK finally taken down, but he's done some good work for his team. However, Twist tries to go for the bomb plant. Oh my god, nade in his face, bullets in his face. Still wants to get the bomb down, still has to come off though. Config, can he save the day here for Dignitas? Because Fnatic are actually taking the round right now. Wow, that should not have happened.
That was a grimy win. That was grimy.
That was scrappy. Scrappy.
Yeah, that was scrappy and grimy, and it leaves Dignitas with no money. And that's a good recovery for Fnatic, because you might argue it puts them in a better position, because Dignitas have all of 1 round on the board. Their loss bonus has been broken. They've got no money. So Fnatic, it might just be easier for them to extend a bigger lead over a dangerous Dignitas' CT side. So perhaps all the hardship from previous rounds can now be forgotten, can be put past them if they can prevail in these coming rounds and indeed get to like a 6-1, 7-1. That would be monstrous as Dennis's name.
So keep it simple, stupid. I think that is actually truly going to be a theme here for Fnatic, because Overpass is actually quite a complex map, but there is a lot of ways, and considering these players are all very experienced, there's a lot of ways to play the rounds in a manner that allows you to easily coordinate yourself around your teammates. And the pick off there is always nice. because again, we can't exactly expect the classic super strong anti-eco, anti-force buy rounds because Fnatic are just, again, a bit of a ragtag group of mercenaries at the moment. And Dennis is going to go in now, just go for the information play for his team. Well, there's a Molotov. Good to see that those are used.
Did he not? Hello.
Did he? There he goes.
The subconscious told the conscious, wake up. There is a player on the site. Right then, Fnatic 3 versus 3. Time for you to bunch up together and move towards the site. You've only got 30 seconds to do it. No guns collected by the CT side just yet. There are 2 to be found around the map, but they're looking for the round win. Magic's boy has been picked off. There goes RUBINO as well. cajunb not in a position to run away and retrieve one of those weapons. But I mean, the priority there, if he had opportunities to try and stop the bomb from going down. So, whatever. Dignitas back on the buy. This is a big round for Fnatic. Big round for both teams. They can have a colossal deficit, just like the American economy, or Fnatic can have a colossal lead. I have no comparison for that.
Yeah, Magic goes for the aggression here. And you do wonder how long this streak will go for Fnatic, because they need all these rounds. They desperately need as many as they can get on the T side, because I don't know. I just don't like their chances overall here against Dignitas. Dignitas have a strong T side themselves. So Fnatic must also propose a strong T side. And KRIMZ, he spots the setup. Nothing he can do. 3 players there to take him down. And Dennis, there's not much he can do to respond either. And they've got to be careful, because if Dennis goes down, the bomb is around that area. So if Dignitas were to push, they might find that, although it is very deep. Magisk, he's been fantastic so far. Even though they're 1-4 Dignitas, Magisk has made potentially 2 rounds won, assuming Dignitas can convert from this position. Will Magisk go for the info and find the bomb, or will he just stay where he is by the bench? Ergonomic, highly ergonomic.
doplan is in a disadvantageous situation. There is a bomb to be collected. Like a postman, he will collect, but can he deliver? Nope, because Magic's boy is still on a roll, making double figures. Another 3K for Magic's boy, but just 2 rounds on the board for Dignitas. But it's not just the score, them having 2 of 6 rounds, but the importance of that round. Because if they lose that buy round, they are in tatters, they are in tears. They're going to have to call their parents and explain why they've failed so badly on Overpass. But no, he has averted all of those terrible situations and put Dignitas back in the driving seat. Fnatic going for the force by AWP onto olofmeister in this situation. And you do wonder with a peak like that, and never mind that, because they're charging into the site. We've got Molotov towards the barrels. RUBINO needs to deliver for his team. So far, so good. He's taken down Dennis. He's slowing down the approach with these counter flashes. One by one, they will fall to RUBINO. They will fall at his feet and beg for mercy. They'll kiss his hairy feet down, presumably hairy, but he will deny them, and they will be slayed.
Just say they will be slayed.
Yes.
God damn. God damn. 3-4. RUBINO stepping up. Magic's stepping up. It's awesome, actually, as well to see, because, again, Config and cajunb are 2 of the players you would classically think, okay, we can maybe get some massive individual performances from these players, but RUBINO's generally quite a solid rifler, but today he's just been on fire. Oh, Magisk gets well. Beautiful cleanup, Magisk. It's just a joy to watch him work with a rifle.
Just feed him the frags, baby. Dignitas just thinking, feed him the frags, keep his confidence high, let him just wreck fools. With the way RUBINO is playing in the previous map, that's sure to continue. So these guys, their output, even though it's like I mean, he's had some big frags previously, but now it's anti-eco frags. Just keep feeding him them frags. Keep him hot.
And Olof's in a spot where he can, I think there's like a few things going on there. He's buying some time, just, okay, his teammates can talk because they have a buy round coming up. Okay, what do we want to do in this next buy round? Let's have some extra freeze time, essentially, effective freeze time. And at the same time, maybe he catches somebody running through there. Maybe. But never mind. 4-4. If there is a plan to be had for Fnatic, it is one that does not involve all that many grenades. But I love that one. That's one of my favorites. Oh, has he messed it up, James? I think he's messed it up. I think he has messed it up. Gross misuse of a Molotov. But he will take a 4 position for his team. By himself, he's claimed sewers. Now, will Dignitas go for an info play into sewers with 2 players? They have the 2 players to do it, so maybe they will. Meanwhile, towards A, we have Fnatic moving for map control. However, they haven't gone towards long, and there is Magics there. This is the classic setup that we see run by Hen1 and Phelps. The A-long setup of Overpass. Overpass.
I would love to see, like, oh, no, there's time and place. This is not time. Olofmeister, 2 people. I mean, there's a potential double pick to be had there if he goes back to the well. 50 seconds left. The bomb appears to be headed towards A, but there's still time for it to go back to B. They could even show the bomb maybe and go back because Olofmeister's made his way towards Monster. Although he could be looking for a late flank. Speaking of flanks, Magic's boy is on the flank. So Fnatic may be playing with time that they don't actually have. cajunb caught exposed though, and the Magic's boy is speeding up now. Double pick from MSL. He's going to get ruined. 3 versus 5. Now there's a flank on the flank. That Magic's boy is ready, but now the game is up. The bomb's just about getting planted before he can do something about it. Man advantage, Fnatic.
And Magic's finally finds a match in KRIMZ, and that will trigger the save, I think, for Dignitas. An unfortunate situation. Magic's maybe half a second too slow to take down the player planting the bomb or coming off of the bomb plant to get a 3 versus 3 situation going for the team, but instead it's going to be the save. And that's the thing with Fnatic. Like, again, we see exploitable stuff there because, again, if Dignitas go for a take of sewers, they get all the information. They get a faster rotation for the flank. The sewers control is a very big deal, and Fnatic only had Olofmeister there. So it's very doable to have a setup to retake sewers, and I think that's what Dignitas were really missing in the round. They were very passive. And is extreme passivity the way to approach Fnatic? I'm not so sure, especially considering that Dignitas are a very capable and very tactical team on Overpass. So perhaps we'll see adjustment there in the future rounds. There we go. That's better. That's a better one.
Yeah, it's somewhat delayed though the way he did it, because there are running executes. You can drop a right-click smoke over the wall into the tunnel and throw a pop flash off the wall near the sandbags on short B and just keep running all the way into B, which I think would go straight past that Molotov.
One thing actually quickly, that Molotov, I'm pretty sure they were going to put a player in sewers, but that Molotov stopped them. There's no one in sewers. There's no sewers vision or anything, any control of it from Dignitas. That one Molotov.
We have a boost. This is the 3rd time we have seen this in a week. It has become in
meta
fashion. On Vogue. Is that the right?
In Vogue, yeah. A bit popular. In Vogue. Or meta. It's become meta now because it's been used so much. It's now inside. It's deep inside the meta, James. It's all the way in there.
Fnatic looking to extend their thin 1-round lead, and indeed doplan will be taken by surprise. The disco is closed for now. That is a failed smoke if ever I saw one.
I hope disco doplan goes to land with platform shoes and an afro. And here comes Fnatic, the angry Swedes. Oh, that is righteous anger, James. Righteous anger. And there's not much to be done. Maybe cajunb can do something, but no. KRIMZ is going to stand tall on the bomb site. Magics will pick up the AWP and be like, see you later. So this is problematic for Dignitas, actually. Fnatic are having a legitimately strong T-side now. They're going to make 6 rounds. I don't know that there's any money for Dig. Well, with the save of the AWP, actually, I suppose they could buy, but I'm not sure that they will. I doubt they will. A bit marginal. Yeah, it's an interesting... Oh, that's awkward. Oh, that's awkward. It's down to 7 HP. He's okay. He's okay. He's got this. It's still good. It's still good. So yeah, it's a kind of worrying situation for Dignitas because we expect a strong T side from them, but as you said, Fnatic might be able to deliver the results just because their individual skill is so strong. It's for me now, it's very up in the air, whereas before I felt like Fnatic are definitely at a disadvantage. Yeah,
it's a close score. Fnatic have got themselves a very good score, 6 out of 10 rounds on the T side, especially against Dignitas. Life's not going to be easy when they're defending, but this does make it somewhat easier, as less rounds will be required. That's a nice opening pick or two. olofmeister delivering on short B as well. Rotation coming in from Dignitas, but how many men will they commit to this? Down goes RUBINO. Are they still going to push? MagicSpoy maybe looking to escape, but he might not be allowed to. Disco doplan spotting him. I think they've seen each other on the radar now. Agent B takes olofmeister down, but again, MagicSpoy surely looking to escape in this situation. doplan making a pain of himself. MagicSpoy goes for the close peek. Ooh, can he finish him off though? He does. So it's very difficult for him just to escape, let alone get some frags in this particular round. And maybe the stardom that he showed earlier has ceased for now. 16-4 he is at the moment though, far ahead of people on both teams. But indeed, it's Fnatic getting a surprisingly strong lead in the first half, on their T half.
Yeah, one thing to consider is that, sure, they did win the pistol as well, so that's always going to help. Just even though Dignitas did win their first buy round, but at the same time, it has put Dignitas in a position where they're never all that secure on economy. But Fnatic have been playing pretty well to bring themselves to this position.
Tactical pause from Dignitas at present. Money is not ideal for the CT side. Neither is the situation. Interestingly, cajunb has one of the more forward spawns, as you can see on the map. He has the AWP, he has his armor. He could go for a connector play, more likely for him to try and get a fast pick towards the, you know, past the fountain area, for example. So that's one to keep an eye on, because I wouldn't... Do you think they're going to buy around these weapons? I mean, either way, I think he's going to have to go for a pick with the spawn he has. Makes sense to me. Try and get that early advantage, as they are clearly disadvantaged, and indeed they will go for the buy.
Yes, Dignitas, I think we need to see some more aggro play from them. I mean, the thing is that against Fnatic, you're not expecting complex plays, you're not expecting elaborate set pieces. You're expecting them to be fairly weak there, so you kind of want to force them into a spot where they can't get a pick to like play the advantage that way, so that they're forced to try to set piece in, and then they don't really have a strong one. But at the same time, they're just hitting their shots, so it doesn't seem to actually matter. So they might as well get the aggro back in for the CT side, and you can see cajunb is going for that down into connector. And at the same time, Fnatic very, very fast into A long actually, which is quite cool to see. And in this round, there's actually no presence there whatsoever for Dignitas. So this could be a very surprising thing, because this could be one of those rounds where the T's just walk all the way up. But that said, Dignitas have quickly retreated onto the bomb site, so they should be okay.
Oh dear. Dignitas flashed themselves towards long. This time they make it work, but Twist, he's going to move to the club. You can hear that rock music in the background. No ID, no entry. Disco doplan, no, he'll force his way into the A side. Oh, cajunb could have been 2-0. He doesn't make a connection on anyone. Now they know where he is. He is sandwiched, and he is surely dead. 4 versus 3 situation. RUBINO towards the bank of the UMP. He's peeking at the same time as dropping his weapon to pick up something else. That's not a good idea. That leaves Config alone. Trade comes in. Fnatic survive with 3 players, and Dignitas' force buy gets crushed. Crushed like a mouse in a mousetrap.
Yeah, bad look for Dignitas. It's really interesting too as well, because if you consider where Dignitas are on the leaderboard, they really need every single win. And this should be a really winnable game for them, obviously. But it could very well turn out from this point forward is that Fnatic actually 2-0 them, which would be catastrophic. Very interesting stuff, actually. Sure, we'll have an updated leaderboard later on to look at, but for now, it's Fnatic in an anti-eco. And none of their anti-ecos, to me, have looked very convincing, because it's like this. They're kind of all over the place, kind of, you know, just playing it basic, looking for any aggressions, trying to and taking, you know, crazy risks and so on, where, you know, one player pushes alone. All these kinds of things that you don't really want to have in an anti-eco. But again, this is new look Fnatic, and so they don't likely have a lot of these drills to rely on. But so they are coming back here for a monster push, seemingly. So this looks good. I like this. This looks pretty strong.
If they go short B, RUBINO's surely guaranteed at least 1 kill. But it makes sense for the entire team to go through the monster area and just trade where trading is required. They're on the Silk Road of guns and they're looking to trade. MSL moving into the short position. RUBINO will be the one to trade. Not sure if that gun is retrievable for him. Unlikely, as there is a gap in the smoke. Oh man, that is absolutely disgusting.
That's awesome. Good. Bra jobbat. Twist. Twist are best. That means Twist is the best. Or is best in Swedish.
Great.
Yeah.
Magic's boy. It's a shame. It's a shame. Like if you in a pro match, if you save above the ladder in connector, you almost never have your opponent going up the ladder, because if they go up not facing the inverse direction, then they can be knifed going up the ladder. It can be a blind spot. That said, knifing somebody going up the ladder is also very strange and quite unreliable, which is why I want to see it even more. I want to see some unreliable knifing situations. 9-4 in favor of Fnatic. So far, so good on the T side, putting themselves in a really good position to make life extremely hard for Dignitas. But I do expect RUBINO to be strong on the T side in particular. We'll see if that happens later on. First, they need to try and get some desperate CT rounds on the board, because 4 is surely not enough.
Yeah, maybe the push here. Or pop flash in for a peek for RUBINO could be the play, but doesn't need that. That's a very nice flick there. RUBINO, a player that can definitely pull out the orb from time to time, and as we can see, Magix is making his way all around the back here. So at the moment, this allows Dignitas to stack the B site and have confidence that at the moment, nothing's going on towards A. However, because connector is completely open, there's always a possibility that they could be moving up toilets, and that's why we have cajunb there, who has moved back onto the A bomb site. And however, oh, the push comes in from himself, past the smoke. That's bold, brazen, crazy stuff, but it pays off in dividends, and that's the round 1 easily for Dignitas. Fnatic, they still have 9 rounds though. There's nothing that Dignitas can do about the fact that Fnatic have already accrued 9 rounds, which is such a boon for Fnatic here, as they are soon to move into that CT side.
Double AWPs for Dignitas. Will it be enough to allow them to salvage another round? Been 5 rounds in a row. RUBINO charging through the flames, not taking much damage, and it's going to pay off in spades for his team. Before the flashbang comes in, olofmeister sent into space against his will. That is a lovely grenade. Sailing through the air over the corner, doing the damage it needed to do. Can Dignitas get 6 to 9? That would be something. It would be quite something. Man advantage for the moment. Magic's boy slowing players down, and as you can see, there are a lot of Fnatic players swarming like bees in this position. I like the angle Magic's boy is holding. It is somewhat dangerous, but Fnatic don't want to give away their intention, so there will be no spray for the time being. Another re-smoke. Fnatic just waiting for these smokes to finally disappear. Now maybe getting a bit bored of it. cajunb saving his teammate there. Lovely stuff. 5 versus 1. Dennis has the bomb, but he has a big job to do.
Yeah, massive job. Oh god, what are you going to do? 3 players facing at once. 6 to 9. A strong first half for Fnatic, and yeah, they just played really well here, and it's interesting as well, just the spread of frags there for Fnatic. Because it looks quite, despite winning so many more rounds, it looks quite close between the two teams. But of course, Dignitas had to save in a bunch of rounds because Fnatic walked in and just wrecked people with entries many times. And now this pistol round becomes really interesting, because if Fnatic pick up the 2nd pistol round, suddenly Dignitas, they're probably shut out of the match. We'll have to see how it actually goes though, because in comes the fast play into B.
Yeah, we saw a nice pistol round from Astralis, successful or otherwise. We'll see if Dignitas can do the same. No one checking barrels. Twist looking at the floor, and it's going to pay off lovely for him. Running out of bullets though, and his teammates can come in. Oh my god, Twist is savaging these players! Man advantage for the CTs, the bomb's on the floor, and it's RUBINO all of a sudden. That was very quick indeed. He's got a P250, that'll give him the range for the headshots. As you can see, almost double the range of a Glock. Looking for a USP to extend that range yet further. 2 players to find. Minute 15 to do it.
Here he goes, RUBINO about to re-enter the bomb site. He's got so many angles to check. Oh, that is a free kill. He knows it. Oh man, this is a lovely gamble. A lovely gamble here from RUBINO, just waiting as long as possible until he takes that shot. Oh, and here, can he make it happen? The tap comes in, 4 HP left. Swaps out for the Glock there as he finds it on the floor, and he finishes it off. RUBINO with a quad kill. I have no idea how he saved this round. I mean, Dignitas should have lost it. No one checked barrels. How can not a single player check barrels?
Config wrote WTF in public chat by accident. Can't believe what just happened. That is why you have P250s on the pistol round for the T side, at least one, because if he shoots with a Glock there, I don't think that's a one-shot kill. But with a P250 it is. Makes the difference. Almost double the range. Oh my god, we've got 5 deagles down. We've got a 5 deagle. We've got the butcher buy. We've got the butcher buy. Looking for the meat shots. There's the first one. Meat hooks for RUBINO. First come, first serve. What is the Dignitas response to this? Magic's boy just keeping an eye on the connector, making sure there's no push. Could get double peeked. Going to get a shot through something onto Disco doplan. If the outline's hard to tell if he was behind the wall or if that was through the door.
Oh man, that's so hilarious because KRIMZ is just keeping him there forever until eventually Olof's like, move out the way, I got the AK. But still, they're going to get cleaned up for the most part. Although Twist and Dennis are still left alive. That's what this Fnatic lineup's like. It's like, it's just every single player on this team can just own you with any weapon basically. Deagles are fun, but the fun is almost coming to an end as Dennis is the last man standing for the Swedish side. Making his way to... Is he going to make his way forwards, or is he just going to say, you know what, I'll take this Deagle into the next round? Which I like, because I think he can probably get a better spot in the next round. Maybe he can even pick up an AK. Was there an AK to be picked up? I'm not even sure that there was, actually, because olofmeister died with it, but did MSL pick it up? Can he find something? No, there's nothing really to be found. Oh, actually, he's got a Galil. That's nice.
Nice.
Galil into the next round. Could make a difference here. Could create an extra frag or two for Fnatic to keep the pressure up on the economy. And Dignitas have done what they needed to do. They picked up the pistol round. They saved themselves against the 5 deagle buy. Oh, and they take down the Galil. The conflict is flying through the air there. Love it. Love it.
I can't remember if it's the... I think it's the MP9 that has reasonable accuracy when you are sailing through the air in comparison to other SMGs. But anyway, Fnatic forced onto the full eco, the economical non-buy even. So, I mean, that pistol would have been humongous for the Swedish side, but alas, it will go to Dignitas. They're looking good to make it 9-9 at the moment. They know there will be nothing much to offer from the Fnatic side in this round, but still they're not going to charge into a site. They're going to bide their time and put themselves in a position to make the best decisions. And that will now be long. After waiting for perhaps an initial push, an initial pop flash play from Fnatic, if they were going to try that, they will have 4 people moving towards long, RUBINO rotating to join them. Fnatic have stacked the B bomb sites, so this should be a formality.
That's what one would hope, at least. Ooh, how does that even happen? RUBINO must not have been looking at his location.
I think it was a party.
Yeah, he was, yeah. And now Dennis has found the push, but just with USPs, you can't expect anything to happen. Nothing. Maybe KRIMZ can get a frag here, but Config's got the Mac-10. Big advantages had. Fnatic just feeding Dignitas the frags.
Yeah, they're protecting the Galil as well. Config protecting the Galil with the Mac-10, and now he's picked it up. That was what was dropped by RUBINO earlier on, so smart stuff there. Will Magic's boys see the boost from Twist? Ooh. doplan put out of his misery. And on we go. 9-9. Now the buy is going to come out from Fnatic after that methodical anti-eco round from the Danish team. 5 M4s, lots of utility. Let's see what the CTs have to offer. If they can hold against Dignitas, if they'll choose aggression and stop Dignitas from imposing their will, getting into position to go for their fabled executes, their infamous executes. Maybe there won't be any executes because they seem to be headed 5-man on road towards the B bomb site. Mission aborted.
Mission aborted indeed. You've got loads of players here for Dig. All moving into Dennis. Could be brutal. Dennis, what are you going to get? There's only one player. Two. There's a second. Just coming in just in time to arrive for the spray party from Dennis's M4. That's not a party that they perhaps wanted to attend. And now Dignitas have 3 players left. And Fnatic play super passively to try to play safe with their lead and convert the round. And here comes Dig, the last ditch attempt. Oh dear. That's not gone too well.
3 people in the water. Never gonna be easy when they're on the full buy. Magic's boy down to 4 HP now. Dignitas have money in the bank. The Magic's boy doing damage to the economy now of the CTs, just waiting for them to offer themselves up one by one. 34 seconds left. He's got to be careful though. If he makes noise, surely the double pick is coming out from KRIMZ and Dennis. Dennis on the low ground, KRIMZ on the high ground. Doplan's there to trade as well. There comes Dennis, but where's KRIMZ? Is he going to peek? There it is. Patiently waiting for Magix to move into his vertical, and the round is done. 3 players surviving for Fnatic. Dignitas going to come straight back at them though with another buy. AWP dropped for cajunb, one would presume. 3 people in the water there. That's brutal setup for the CTs.
Yeah, there's not really anything you can do. And it was already lost by that well, generally speaking, they're crippling disadvantage after that first, that big push from Dennis. It was a risky play from Dennis, but it just worked out so well. That's why you have to take those risks sometimes, because obviously they can pay off massively if that team is running a different strategy in that round, and that's exactly what happened. There's no presence towards A. And now there is presence towards A here for both sides. KRIMZ with the pop flash, no support. Oh, actually, there's a little bit of support in the nades to allow KRIMZ to get out of the position. That was very dodgy. And Dignitas, I think they would really like to have connector control here as well, if they possibly could, just to open up the ability to go back towards B, because I feel like that's probably a better bet at the moment. There's 3 players on A for Fnatic, playing their toilet setups. There's a lot of grenades for Dignitas though, and I guess, James, we know what they want to do.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for their A execute. The wall of smokes in A, the plant, and the strong post-plant positions. Seems hard to break at the moment, but Fnatic have a very forward positioning. Maybe expecting this now. Dennis and KRIMZ around the toilets, gonna shut down Dignitas, or at least try to before they can get anything done. Dennis coming in for a flank now. Could be a 2K, but he can't do it! RUBINO with the 180, what's that? That's crazy! That could be the miss that gives Dignitas the round. The bomb is down, they've got a man advantage.
Yeah, I think that forward play, there's 2 spots to really hammer at a weakness of this round, and that's one of them, that forward defense. Now, it's going to be really tough. olofmeister starts things off fairly well, but the trades come in and the positioning's too strong. Really nicely done by Dignitas overall, but again, I feel like there's 2 ways you can try to win a round like that against Dignitas if they get that far with so many players. One of the ways is to have a situation where you have really forward setup like we saw, and you can kill a couple players as they're coming in. The other way is having a situation where you've got enough players on the site where you can kill them as they're falling back for the post-plant positions and they're out of position. Those are like the 2 big opportunities for frags. Speaking of frags, Magic's boy going off once again. I guess the other thing you really want against those set pieces is Suez control as a CTs, so you can get fast flanks. That's also quite nice. But
every time you say Suez, I think you say Suez.
What is Suez?
Suez crisis.
Suez. Anyway, this round is almost over. Just KRIMZ left now, and Dignitas will be up to 11. 11 rounds for them. And where are they on the money? Actually, both teams fairly low on cash at the moment. Of course, when Dignitas win this round, if they survive with 5 players, which looks like they will, they're going to be having a good time. Having a very good time indeed. 3250 for, well, 3500 actually for the win by detonation. So they're going to be building the cash, building the security for the future.
Is it the Flintstones where they used to say having a gay old time? Gay as in happy, obviously, which most people don't even know.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I think the lyrics of the song say they're having a gay old time.
Really? I didn't know that.
I think so.
Yeah, gay used to be used as happy. Synonymous with that word.
How did gay go from gay to gay?
I don't know, actually.
It's weird, isn't it? Goes from happy to something else entirely. Dignitas, 1 round lead over Fnatic, who are back on the bye. Dennis on the scout. Will we see some headshots? Dennis, will you be jumping over this smoke? You will be. You must fire at the apex of your jump, otherwise you will be somewhat inaccurate. Tagged through the smoke. His nade will do some damage as well. KRIMZ holding the angle while Dennis retreats. Oh, look at that teamwork there. Dennis pops a flash for KRIMZ just in case. Safety first. They've got the high-vis jackets on, the helmets. They've got the walkie-talkies. Not sure what else is required. Recovery position isn't on this occasion. They will disappear with the man advantage config being taken down. Now Dignitas will have to spend some of their clock time to clear out these areas should they want to push towards A. That's a nice pop flash.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. And Magic's just going to try to make his way forward with the rest of his team. There's a lot of presence here. Ooh, oh, he saw it. That's the GG. What are you going to do now? Spray comes in to find the player that was the booster. The boosty is now dead. KRIMZ, he goes in. Oh my god, doubling down on the forward play. No falling back for KRIMZ. Takes forward control of the situation. It pays off for him now as he picks up a follow-up kill. Solan RUBINO, he's been fantastic so far for Dignitas, but he's alone. He's got 30 seconds and he is dead. 11-11. Fnatic winning straight away a round back, but there is a lot of cash in the bank for Dignitas to keep the pressure going.
I asked the guys for a replay of something KRIMZ did towards the end of that run. Not sure if we'll see it in time here, but just after he got that pushed kill, maybe we'll see it afterwards. He got that kill pushing, but then he was shoulder peeking to find out where the other player was. He saw him and then just ran away. He saw him to the left, knew he could go to the right and just disappear. Again, it's a case of staying alive being more important to get the overall objective of the team, i.e. to win the round, than it is to get that individual kill. Very smart play, not being greedy as well by KRIMZ. Lovely stuff. Playing for the team.
Yeah, always a good thing to see, to be honest. He's always been like a very, like he was, when Fnatic was super dominant, he's always very, very known, I think, for really good, like playing off of olofmeister particularly, very, very, very well. Like really understanding the team element and being very consistent as well in his decision making. olofmeister with the orb looking for that forward pick around toilets. Won't get it though. And Dignitas, I guess they want to run that set piece again. Although, that said, they don't have a lot of utility left at this point. So they might not want to save it. And that means that there's dry peaks against olofmeister, but he misses the shot. And MSL picks up the frag. That's a really big deal because Dignitas, I don't think they have enough utility to flash players off from those positions. So that they cut that corner and they don't get punished.
Yeah, and Fnatic seem uncertain. Twist going backwards and forwards between both sides. Now rotating once again towards the A side. RUBINO committing his whole team to A. He's the last man to come in. Nice angle, but being held up by Magic's point. Almost finding the frag onto KRIMZ as well. Not sure if traces were seen. We've got Twist towards truck. Down he goes. 5 versus 2. Dignitas looking to take the lead once more. Abandoned ship for Fnatic. It's the Titanic, and this round the boats are out. And now RUBINO is straight back down towards B. Can't get the second player. And the hunt is on. KRIMZ is Jennifer Lawrence with the crossbow, whatever. I haven't seen the film. Don't crucify me.
It's not a crossbow.
What is it then? A bow and arrow?
It's basically like a longbow, yeah.
Okay.
It's basically like what we shot in the video. It's close, quite close to that. As far as I'm aware.
Have you seen that film?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's okay. It's a film.
Okay, it's not good. It's bad. Ooh.
I'd say it's standard. It's standard.
Unsatisfactory. At least for me.
There's lots of films that I don't think are good, but I enjoy.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. I tried to watch that Star Wars film on the Star Trek film on the plane. That film sucks. Dignitas with a run around the lead. What can olofmeister do with this AWP? He will be the man to wield it. So far, so good. MSL taking one in the face. By surprise. So they know where the AWP was. olofmeister has now rotated it to pastures new, to the long area. Already got Dennis by the rock. So Dignitas had some advantage in the sense that they knew where the AWP was, but now they have no idea. And that's dangerous. That's scary.
Yeah, aggressive stuff coming out from olofmeister, but they've got to be aggressive, they've got to take the risks, and unfortunately, he is pretty far away from where the push is going to be coming from, so olofmeister might not have any impact on this round. This is such a back and forth game, to be honest. I can't quite put my finger on exactly what's going on in the overall scheme of things, as far as, you know, who's actually going to get momentum, because there doesn't seem to be really any momentum so far. And largely it comes down to, wow, they are so slow. Is he actually going to get into position to just kill them all?
He could kill everyone with one shot, Dan.
Oh my god.
Oh, he doesn't wait for him to line up. RUBINO goes back. He should have died there as well. Whoa, man. Slow like a sloth. Oh, so slow.
Yeah, that was so incredibly slow. And that's that. They got punished for it. And I actually like that olofmeister didn't even wait. Just like, I'm just going to kill you. And yet Dennis coming in for support. So, yeah, that's pretty sick. And now Dignitas, they're in a really weird spot. How is their money looking? I'm going to have a quick look at that. They are pretty poor. $3,500 on average. And that means that Fnatic might start to take some momentum into this one as they move into the final end stretch of this map.
There were 25 seconds on the clock and they haven't even moved into Monster. They had no control over any site. They had picked somebody off towards short B, but that was really about it. Playing the clock can be your friend, it can also be your enemy if you give it enough space. What if
doubled down to get an advantage for the team, but he's only going to give another one up, forcing his teammates to take additional risks to bring themselves back into the action. Disco doplan, can he be the man? Or is he just another poser on the dance floor? Looks like that might be the case. Only a good for one frag in this situation, down to a 2 versus 4. It's just so little that Twist and Olof can do in this spot because they have to play individually. They can't really play off of each other, whereas Dignitas have the numbers advantage to do that. That said, Olof will pick up a kill towards A, but the bomb is down on B.
This is a really tight match between these two sides.
Are Fnatic spent now?
Yep.
Are they spent? Yeah,
they are.
They got to survive with these 2 guns. They must.
Olofmeister managed to get off to a good start. Now the question is, will Dignitas make the same mistakes they made last time if Fnatic get an early pick in the next round? And Fnatic have a better situation with the M4, because last time it was just Olofmeister with the AWP, if I'm not mistaken. It will also depend on the spawn that Olofmeister has, and he's got the forward spawn, Dan. Olofmeister has the forward spawn to go for exactly the same play. They're buying around these weapons. He's dropping a UMP for a teammate. We might have triple UMP in this round. The double AWPs again. So let's see if Olofmeister can get off to an early pick.
Well, Dignitas, they have the right read, James. They're going straight into Monster. They're going to avoid all the nasties from Fnatic, such as the AWPs of Olofmeister, but Twist has the AWP. The counter flashes slow them down, giving Twist an opportunity to take his time on the shots, and distraction for Disco doplan to pick up a kill onto MSL. And now it's a 5 versus 3. They are pressing. They must make a trade happen. There are no trades. 0 trades. It was such a great round, I thought, but they get wrecked by Twist.
Simple counter flash into Monster. Then the second flash comes in and they just line up. No, Twist should have got a second frag in that position, but the flashes just kept coming from the CT side. So maybe, I mean, they've gone from one extreme to the other. They've gone from running the clock down against one AWP team to rushing straight into B and straight into all the counter flashes. So
I feel like that's like a very good round, but I maybe just need some adjustments. I think theoretically it makes a lot of sense, but some adjustments perhaps required.
Sometimes it can go well. Sometimes you get wrecked. 14-14. Dignitas managed to offer a buy in this round. And now they are on the back foot. Now they are at the disadvantage in the weaponry. Utility, well, mainly utility rather, although MSL is on the Galil now.
Is this going to be an overtime game, James? Because if Dignitas win this round, that might very well be what happens. Fnatic, they have strong weaponry though. They got Olof on the AWP, KRIMZ for support, the old duo, the duo of old. They've seen some rough times. They've seen some mostly good times though. Have Olof and KRIMZ, and good times initially for Olof, but before being traded there by cajunb. Then is considering picking up the AWP, and we all know him as a very, very capable AWPer. But he's going to go forwards now. He wants to make the play, the individual play, to bring his team back into advantage.
This angle might not be checked. There's this angle and there's the one just outside the toilets. Normally one of the two isn't checked, and there's opportunity. Indeed, there's opportunity for Dennis. He'll only get one though. But there's 11 seconds for the bomb to go down, and KRIMZ is on the site. Magic's Boy's planting it right in front of him through the flame, through the smoke. He'll come. What is that spray? That's ridiculous. There's no time to plant the bomb. They're gonna take the round.
That's a godlike spray from KRIMZ. I almost thought he was going to get the third player there. That would have been in every frag movie if he gets the third one, but that was so sick. Closest around with that one. And Tech 9s, that's what Dignitas have to play with. Tech 9s. That said, who knows what's going to happen in this matchup? Oh, man, that's so insane.
Man, whoever loses this match, this is just brutal. It's a brutal match to lose for either side. Will it be Dignitas? They've got the smokes to go for. They execute towards A. Surely that's the only option they have at this point. Although they don't have anybody towards long. MSL's making his way there now. They've done good work on Dennis though, but he needs to get the kill, and that's a good one. Oh, cajunb with 2K. Picking up a rifle as well. Down goes KRIMZ on the site. It may be overtime after all, Dan.
Yeah, that's the way things seem to be going here. Twist and doplan. Doplan is dead. Twist with a 1 versus 4. It's like, why do you put me in this position, guys? Why do you do me like this? Out comes the M4. Warp on to cajunb. That is a bad sign here for Fnatic. Twist with 1 frag, but what else can he pick up here? This is a very tough spot to be in. The bomb is close to detonation at this point. Another 15 seconds will do it. And he's dead. 15-15, another overtime between Dignitas and Fnatic. These teams just seem... I'm not even sure that I would say they seem so evenly matched. I think this is just this game is just super scrappy. So scrappy.
The struggle is real, man. The struggle is real. No break, straight into overtime. MR3, 3 rounds a half, $10,000 starting money all around. 1 up onto both sides. Or buying 2 would be an all-in play. RUBINO going to be lurking towards the B-bomb site. No flashbang. olofmeister will get an easy frag. 2 players in connector for the T's. And Dennis, you can see his position. Fnatic could have a crushing start to this round. Ooh, Dennis. Oh, Dennis, what a massive play from him. He knows he's heavily tagged. He knows they're going to hunt for him. His maneuvering is sublime.
Yeah, solid stuff. Magix has been a standout, but where do you go? You've got to just basically run in an entry somewhere. Sounds simple, but it's very hard. Very hard indeed. Especially when the CTs are holding off angles like this. Even though MSL knows he's there, even though the shadow advantage won't come into play as that much. Oh, okay, still gets the kill, but very low now on health. Bunch more players to deal with. It's going to be a tough one here for Mr. Magisk and Mr. MSL. Going to reposition towards long, but that's where Dennis is with the AWP. And also Twist is there to help, as well as olofmeister. So, well, goodbye. Goodbye, Magisk.
MSL with 11 HP. What can you do for us? Hello. That is an open round. He's got himself a 1 versus 1 as well. He's got the AK, just needs a headshot. But it's too much to ask. USP will be enough. Just the 1 bullet required. And that's the first round in favor of Fnatic. Such a tight game. A monstrous start, though. Dennis is such a beast. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really nuts.
My favorite player most of the time. A lot of the time. I have too many favorite players, but he's up there. He's in there.
In the list. So KRIMZ looking for some connector control. Picks up the kill as well onto Magisk. Dignitas losing early round advantages straight away in both cases here in the beginnings of overtime. We've got the bomb around the fountain at the moment. And Dennis will fall back. And again, they do have the advantage, so they don't have to keep hammering down Dignitas with pressure. They can give up the pressure and now force Dignitas into a spot where they have to make a play themselves, take a risk, and then try to punish them for making a risky play. And you can see just jumping all over the place there, just trying to spot, just trying to get the information.
Super Mario Brothers. Where are the mushrooms at?
Uh-oh.
Where's the princess? He's moving towards the site, but there's a rotation coming in from Fnatic. The counter flashes. Config just gliding past the front of the site there. Completely blind. Works out for him, though. Just the 1 man down for the T's at the moment. olofmeister falling will equalize the situation. On the box, though, with one of these players, the trades are ridiculous. Man advantage, make it 2, make it 3. No one's left for Dignitas. 2 for 2 are Fnatic.
Great start for them. And Dignitas, I wonder if they're starting to lose a little bit of confidence here or there. I'm not sure. It's hard to really say, but you know, it started out that Magix just got completely just destroyed there in connector in that last round. to give the advantage to Fnatic. And once Fnatic had the advantage, they just waited for Dignitas to make the play onto the site and just took the engagements from there. They kept it really simple, which is what they need to be continuing to do. Ooh, that's a nasty miss there from Disco doplan.
That's a bad miss. Down
to 5 HP, in fact. So now Fnatic, because of that, might be forced to play very passively without the man advantage this time.
RUBINO opening things up, and that's an advantage Dignitas need because cajunb is on the tech line. They've got problems. They've got financial problems right now. Another opening for MSL. This would be a desperate round if Dignitas would be able to win it. They don't want to get 3-0'd. More headshots being delivered by RUBINO, and it's doplan with all of 5 HP. Be careful with that jumping. Don't want to get crated. Down goes RUBINO. Clutch attempt to be made. Here's running behind him. There goes Config. 3 more players to find for doplan. Needs to keep getting these 1 versus 1s. Maybe he saw where that flashbang came from. He doesn't have all the time in the world though, and now he's being spammed with flashbangs. 1 more flashbang to be deployed by the Dignitas side, but he will not be able to do it. 2-1 in the first half of overtime. We are looking for the first team to 19 rounds to be the victor once again.
Yeah, this is exactly how Dust 2 went. Fnatic got a 2-1 advantage on... I don't know if it's CT side or not. Or T side. I have no idea where they started actually on Dust 2 overtime, but they had a 2-round advantage, and so now they just need 1 to secure overtime 2, and 2 rounds to win Overpass. Now it's Dignitas' time to go aggressive on CT side with AWPs. So going to be cajunb tossing in just an HE and then falling all the way back, it seems. Oh, however, they have implanted Magisk with the rifle in this position. Much more dynamic, perhaps, than Norpa. Spots Dennis. Falls back, though. And interestingly, Fnatic have picked up 5 AKs. No AWP to feature for the Fnatic side.
They require 2 of 3 rounds, do Fnatic. 2 of 3 rounds. KRIMZ and Disco close to the long area. Both teams have been quite aggressive around these positions, around the fountain area, around the party area, around long. So Fnatic will be wary to start. Nobody there on this occasion. Dignitas maybe fearing losing around early and being up against match point. Will play passive for now. Magic's Boy in an off angle on long. Olofmeister's been in the short B for quite a while, but the team are harassing upper at the moment. Olofmeister might go for a peek towards the bomb site. Configures towards the barrels there. In the meantime, MSL will be playing this position which Alu did so well in earlier on today. Twist and KRIMZ around the corner. MSL may see a glimpse of a shadow before these players emerge. There we go. And that's going to allow him to get the jump on him. Oh, gets 2 kills out of that. That's marvelous.
Yeah, big work for Disco, doplan, and KRIMZ at the moment. KRIMZ moving forwards there. Disco doplan has the bomb behind him. And first taps, not finding a connection there for KRIMZ. 15 seconds to plant the bomb. The bomb basically has to be planting right now, and Disco doplan's going to get 1 kill, but then traded immediately. And yeah, Disco doplan's not been having the best game, I think, so far. Same for Olof, I suppose. Boom. Big play from MSL. Getting 2 frags from that position often is very worthwhile. What happened to legs there? Interesting. 17-17, and Dignitas give themselves some hope now. Once again, Fnatic sticking to 5 AK setup. Got to be very careful of the forward aggressions, and this time it's going to be Magisk in the connector area. Last time on the T side, he got completely destroyed. This time he's going to be looking to improve upon that and take some control.
3 players in B for Dignitas. Maybe expecting a shock and awe play from Fnatic to start with. Olofmeister indeed is early, aggressive early towards short B. Unable to get anything done. Magic's Boy in a sneaky position. I think Olofmeister saw him through the window. That is quite the frag. I have never seen somebody shot in that position through the window before.
Yeah.
That's somewhat hilarious. But maybe it's somewhat crippling for Dignitas. Both these teams looking to put themselves... Whoever wins this is at match point, basically. So that's not a disadvantage you want to be in so early on, especially with the aggression that Fnatic have shown towards B early on in this round. They're forced to put 2 people per site. Olofmeister still pressuring the short B area. Config's there. Can he get away? Yes, he can, but it's a 2-man push through Monster.
Yeah, split comes in, but the counter grenades are going to stagger the push somewhat to make life difficult here. And RUBINO, being so key for the team, gets... Oh! He gets annihilated with config. They line up for Mr. Twist. And cajunb down to 12 HP as well. So Fnatic look pretty good on this round. Bomb down. MSL, the only man with any health. And a single incendiary on cajunb. Not much to work with here. MSL picks up the first kill, though. 3 more players to go, but he's down to 7 HP. Does he decide to save? Yes, he will save, as will cajunb. And this is interesting now because Dignitas need 1 round to survive another overtime, into another overtime, and Fnatic need 1 round to close it down. And it's impossible to say at this point who is going to take the
last round.
The last round. There we go.
cajunb in the last round of the first half was reduced to a Tech 9, which may play in the back of the minds of Dignitas and make them save in this situation. They need to drop as well because Magic's boy only has $3,700. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. It is crushing. That is like fruit in a blender. There was little defense.
I'd be worried if there was any defense from fruit in a blender.
Fnatic, match point. Can they do this? Can they take this over the line, over the hill, over the hurdle, over whatever it needs to go over? MSL going for a peek, and he will be punished. Early disadvantage again for Dignitas, again around the short B area. But can Fnatic again take the round? Great use of flashbangs in the previous one on their push towards B. Config going for desperation play. Magic's boy coming in as well, but the trade is going in favor of Fnatic. 3 versus 2 empty B bomb sites.
Yeah, Olof goes for a forward position, a very, very forward position as well. Flank's always going to be worrying, but I'll see if it's going to come into play here. Magic will be the guy on the flank. You can see cajunb tossing in nades. They have to jump straight into the water. Spots Twist jumping straight through the smoke. And now things get interesting, as there's plenty of time for Dignitas to make this work. Olof lurking with KRIMZ, the dynamic duo. We've seen so many championships together, so many trophies won together. Will they win this round together? KRIMZ is dead. olofmeister is on all of 12 HP, picks up the kill onto cajunb. Now it's just 1 player left. Spots Magic's, the flick comes in, the headshot's there, and olofmeister clutches for the team. Great stuff to see. 19-17. Once again, it takes an overtime, but somehow Fnatic pick up a victory on both Overpass and Mirage against... Wait, was it Mirage? Dust 2. On Dust 2 and Overpass against Dignitas. Dignitas are going to be really disappointed with this. They needed those points bad.
Yeah, that was a really long slog between those two sides. And again, I think a highlight for me was that spray transfer from KRIMZ over towards A. That was huge, that was fantastic. But I mean, there's going to be much more to talk about with Wienecke after the break. We will see you back here shortly.